What is up, guys? So Konami have decided to provide some support to Armed Dragons. The support is really good. I'm really happy with these cards, and I definitely will be trying out this deck. It's a deck that I've never had an interest in playing before. The level mechanic was really outdated and old and boring, but Konami really did a good job of making these cards quite strong and then also making them connect with the old cards. So if you use the old cards now, a lot of the times you're not going to be negging as hard because these cards are allowing you to kind of mitigate those costs, which is great. But yeah, let me get straight into those cards. So we're going to start with Armed Dragon Thunder level 3. This card's name becomes Armed Dragon level 3 while on the field or in the graveyard. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. Send one monster from your hand to the graveyard, send this card from the field to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon a level 5 or lower Armed Dragon monster from your hand or deck. If this card is sent to activate a Dragon monster's effect, you can draw one card. So level 5 and 7 have the exact same conditions in terms of their names become the equivalent old one, and they also have that you can send a monster from your hand to the graveyard to special summon the next level, but they just all do different things when that happens. So this one, you can special summon a level 5 or lower Armed Dragon, and then you draw a card if this is sent. With the level 5 one, you get to add a level 5 or higher Wind Dragon monster from your deck to your hand. With the level 7 one, you get to add an Armed Dragon card from your deck to your hand. So yeah, all the same effects, but just slightly different rewards for sending them to the field, from the field or hand to the graveyard to activate an Armed Dragon's effects. Then they now have two kind of big boss monsters. So we start with Armed Dragon level 10 white. So this can't be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned by its own effect. You can banish Armed Dragons from your field or graveyard whose total levels equal 10. Special summon this card from your hand, then add one white veil from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn, and you take no effect damage while you have this card in the field. At the start of the damage step, if this card attacks, you can destroy one card in the field, non-targeting. So really good boss monster, to be honest. Very easy to summon now in this deck, just because it's so easy to get all these cards to the graveyard. And it just says banish Armed Dragon monsters from your field or graveyard whose total levels equal 10. Again, I'm not sure if this means I can just banish one, or if I have to banish several, but in either way, it's still a really good effect. Very easy to summon. Also searchable by Chaos Space technically, which is quite nice. Then we've got Armed Dragon Thunder level 10. So if this card has one or more attack, its name becomes Armed Dragon level 10. If this card has 10 or more attack, possession of this card cannot switch. If it has 100 or more attack, cannot be destroyed by battle. 1,000 or more attack once per turn. During your opponent's turn, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, target a card in the field to destroy it, and this card gains 1,000 attack as a result. If it has 10,000 more attack, you can destroy all other cards on the field. This is a really unique kind of set of effects that we haven't really seen, like effects based on like 1 and 10 plus more attack, which is quite interesting. But yeah, it's really nice because obviously as soon as you summon it to start off with, it's going to have all of these effects, so it's gonna not be able to be switched, can't be destroyed by battle, and gonna be able to pop a card for free, and it's not hard for it to climb up to 10,000 attack, as you'll see based on the other support cards they have. So moving on, they have a spell card, Armed Dragon Blitz. Target an Armed Dragon you control. Take one monster with the same name monster from your deck or graveyard, add it to your hand and special summon it, ignoring its conditions, but a special summon monster cannot attack directly. You can only activate this once per turn, and you can't special summon monsters you activate this the turn you activate this except dragon monsters. So really good card. I mean, this is actually an insane card because it basically means that you can summon any Armed Dragon you want for free from your deck, so they're rarely going to be a brick. I think what's even nicer is that it's deck or graveyard, so it's a brick if they hit your hand, but as long as you can get to the graveyard, which is very easy using all of your Armed Dragons, you can just summon them again for free. So I mean, I feel like this card is another card that makes it very feasible to use the old Armed Dragons, just because I can summon them for free if I want to, or I can send them with these and summon them for free and stuff like that, which is really nice. Then we have Armed Dragon Flash. Special summon a level 3 Armed Dragon monster from your deck in defense position. Emergency teleport is always a good card. Nothing really to say about that, but it is a really nice card to have. Armed Dragon Lightning. So if an Armed Dragon you control will be destroyed by a card effect, you can send this card to the graveyard instead. Target one Armed Dragon monster you control, activate one of these effects. It gains attack equal to its level times 1,000. Add an Armed Dragon from your graveyard to your hand with a level less than or equal to that monster. So this is a nice card, obviously going to be boosting attack, which is going to be nice for Armed Dragon Thunder. And then also it's just a searcher as well, or not a searcher, but it does add a card from your graveyard to your hand as well, which is nice, and it does protect your board, which is quite great. So yeah, I mean, everything about this card is quite nice. I don't see a reason why I wouldn't run this at least one in the deck. Then we have Armed Dragon Thunderbolts. So target one armed dragon you control and gains 1,000 attack for each armed dragon monster in your graveyard with a different name and an equal or lower level than that monster, but it cannot inflict battle damage to your opponent this turn. You can banish this card from your graveyard, target an armed dragon spell in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So this trap, is insane. The first effect is quite good, just because obviously it's going to make it very easy for your armed dragon thunder to get high attack, especially in the later stages of the game. But what I really like about this as well is that that attack gain stays forever. So I mean, yeah, that card is just going to be really high attack. Your opponent needs to out it, and especially if you're doing it on one of these high level ones, it's going to be very difficult for your opponent to deal with a monster like that, which can't be the position of the card can't be taken. It's not even going to be able to be destroyed by battle, so they can't just borrow scorch you for it. I mean, it's just a really nice card to have. But then if that's not enough, also this recycles your spells, and you have a really good spell in Armed Dragon Blitz and in Armed Dragon Flash. So I really like this Armed Dragon Thunderbolt card. I'm definitely going to be playing it in an Armed Dragon build that I do. But yeah, really good card. So guys, that is the Armed Dragon support. Like I said before, I'm really impressed by what Konami has done here, just because they've made this deck kind of playable, but like they haven't made it too busted or anything. But I definitely think there's going to be a lot of cool interactions with this deck and other decks. I mean, yeah, it just does a lot compared to pool, which is really nice to see. But guys, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you all soon.